Hi YouTube, my name is Lanita and I'm pregnant. So I wanted to do a pregnancy vlog. I've always wanted to do one when I had my baby or when I found out that I was pregnant, but in the beginning, um, it was so much going on. I was in a different state. Not only that, but I was having threatened miscarriage. I was having a threatened miscarriage and or I was going through a threatened miscarriage. And I just didn't know if I wanted to do all of that. So now that I'm further along, I'm 30 weeks. I know it's so long. I only have like 9 weeks and 5 days with you guys, but or left. But yeah, I'm 30 weeks. And excuse me and baby are healthy. Well, I have gestational diabetes. I just found out when I was like 28 weeks. So that sucks. But other than that, me and baby is fine. Baby's very active. Um, has my stomach sore, like at the top. It's like really tender. I don't know why. It's so weird. And besides the breathing problems and um, being hot sometimes or whatever the case may be, it's pregnancy related, and oh, I can't stand it. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. So, I'm 20 years old. Um, I'll start school in September. September 23rd is when school starts. I will be going to a university. I'm gonna do it online first because baby's due date is September 18th. If I can wait that long, and I work for a company called AIG. I haven't started yet, but I do start on the 22nd of August. It's an insurance company, and I will be working over the phone. Um, and uh, I'm having a boy, and I am still with the baby's father. Um, he's Armenian, and he's half black and Armenian. So yeah, I'm fully black. How did that happen? um, yeah. And we do have a name for the baby. His name is gonna be Jacoby. Um, since his dad's name is Jacob, we wanted to. Well, I wanted it to be like something similar to his name. He thought it was so lame, and he did not want to have anything to do with that. But we decided to go with Jacoby. I thought of spelling it like J-A apostrophe Kobe, but he didn't want it to be like Kobe Bryant's name, the basketball player. So he decided that he wanted to be Coby. I thought it was pretty girly to have Y in the last name. I don't know why. Anyways, that's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be Jacobe or BY. I was thinking of E, but yeah. Um, what else could I say? See, this is a. I'm gonna have to need, or I'm gonna have to have a notepad so I could read off of that, or at least remind myself, so I won't be like all the time. But yeah. So, what else do you need to know about me? Huh. I don't know. I guess you guys will ask me questions or whatever. I watch pregnancy vlogs all the time, and I think that they're so interesting, or at least I think some of them are interesting, but some of them can be boring. Um, but I would try not to be so boring. I mean, other than talking to you about my baby and about me and showing you pictures and things that I'll buy or what I might have, or that's pretty much what you're gonna get from me. You're gonna get to see things. You will be able to see baby when he gets here. You're gonna be able to see how we set up the room. We're gonna have the same room until I do move out from my grandmother, because that's who me and my boyfriend is staying with at the moment. We want to save so we can get our own place. Um, my boyfriend, he's 21. Um, we've been together since the end of 2011. We met. Well, I'm not gonna say we met in 2011 because I met him, or we knew each other when I was like 16. But I was in another relationship, so I really wasn't worried about him. But he says that he was always trying to get with me. So now that it's happened, yeah. So now it just happened, and we've been together ever since. And he is a really great dude. Like, he really is. He boxes, and he's very smart. He's going to school for teaching. He wanted to be a history teacher, but he's changed it to gym teacher, and I'm pretty sure it might change again. But he wants to be. He is definitely something in the field of education. I know that. And that's enough about him. I guess I could talk about our parents or something. I have a mom. I do have a dad, but we really don't talk as much. I mean, we speak, but we're not the closest as we should be. But my mom's happy. My dad's happy. I mean, he likes my pictures on Facebook. What else? My mom, she's 36. She just turned 36 in April. She had me when she was 16. Yeah, she had me when she was 16 on June the 1st. Out popped me. And I have 2 brothers, and I have a sister. I am the oldest out of 15 grandkids. My brothers and sister, well, I have a twin brother and sister. Well, I'm not the twin, but my brother and sister are a set of twins. They're 16. They just turned 16 in March. And my younger brother, he's 13. So I have them, and then I have my mom. I will be the first one to have a baby out of the grandkids, or at least the great grandkids. And I'm the oldest out of them all, so hey. I wasn't expecting to get pregnant this early. I was pregnant before by the same guy, but I ended up I was pregnant with twins actually, but I ended up miscarrying at 7 weeks and 6 days. The reason being, they didn't tell me then, but I'm sure it's because I have cysts. I had cysts on my uterus and on my I had cysts down there, and yeah. So at the beginning of this pregnancy, and that was in May of 2012, and it's now I found out I was pregnant January 2013. So at the beginning of January too. This pregnancy hasn't been the easiest. Like I said, I was going through a threatened miscarriage. I was at work one night, and I was working at Pizza Hut, and it was a long night. It was a long day. I was going back and forth to my tables or whatever, and all of a sudden I thought that, I had to use the restroom. I felt something come out. I was like, am I peeing on myself? So I went, and I was like 5 or 6 weeks, I believe. And I went back to the restroom, and I'm on the toilet. I'm sorry, TMI, but hey, I noticed blood in my panties or whatever, and my panties were red. So I was like, huh? So when I was peeing, it was like a lot of blood coming out, and it was like dark red, and it was horrible. It was like menstrual blood, and I thought that I was miscarrying, and I just remember saying like, why can't I keep a baby? Or I just thought that I was miscarrying. I knew that I was miscarrying. There was no doubt about it. And so I told the manager that I was bleeding or whatever, and she didn't know. I told her when I was about 4 or 5 weeks. So this happened around 6 weeks. Yeah. So I had told her that I was pregnant, and only her and I think another associate knew. And so she was like, okay, well, just leave, and we'll take care of everything. We'll take care of your tables, and we'll close out for you. Go take care of that. So I went home. I remember calling my boyfriend on the way home. Or no, I called my mom. I believe I called my boyfriend first, and I told him that I was bleeding, and then I called my mom. I called my mom, and I was like, "Mommy, I'm bleeding." And she was like, "Really?" And she was just like, "Okay, Lenita, calm down. You're driving. It could be it could be anything. I don't think that it's a miscarriage." But I was like, "Are you kidding me? How are you gonna tell me I'm bleeding right now and it's a miscarriage? I know it's a miscarriage." And I was just, oh, I was so mad, and I was angry, and I was like, "I know what it is," and all this other stuff. And she was like, "Okay, well, let me know what happens once you get to the hospital." So I'm going home to pick up my boyfriend. My job's maybe 10 minutes away from work, 5 to 10 minutes away, depending on how traffic is. And so I go home, and my boyfriend, he runs out to the car. I run in the house and grab like, I don't remember what I grabbed in the house or what I went in there for. I think I went to go use the restroom again. I don't even remember, but it was so quick. He got in the driver's seat, and because he didn't think I should be driving, and I got in the passenger seat, and we went straight to the hospital. The hospital is maybe like 15-20 minutes away from the house. So we went there, and I was like, well, on the way there, we was talking, and I was like, well, babe, I know I'm miscarrying. And he was like, Lenita, it could be anything. I don't think that you're miscarrying. But I was like, how can everyone be telling me right now that that I'm not having a miscarriage, and clearly I'm bleeding, and it's the first time that this ever happened. Like the first miscarriage, I didn't even know that I miscarried. I didn't bleed or anything. So yeah, I didn't know. And this time I was like, okay, so I'm bleeding this time, and I just know it. I know that I'm not having this baby. I know that this baby's dying, and all this other stuff. And so he just, he was like, okay, we'll see when we get to the hospital. So we got there. As soon as I went to the registrar's desk, I was like, I'm having a miscarriage, and I'm bleeding. And the lady was like, how do you know? I said, because I'm bleeding. And she was like, okay, well, we're going to get you back as soon as possible. So I end up going to the back, and the nurse comes in, and he's talking to me, and I'm explaining like, y'all people are crazy. I'm bleeding, and I'm having a miscarriage, and y'all keep telling me that it might not be a miscarriage, but I'm just like, I know in my head that it's a miscarriage. So they had a call for a sonogram, or I had to get a sonogram, and they had a call for one they had to call someone who was on call or whatever, because obviously it was so late. I think it was like at 11 at night, 10 or 11, and yeah, so I had to wait for her for like 15 minutes. As soon as she got there, we went back to have the sonogram. And I'm sitting there for like 10 minutes, and she's checking me and stuff, and she's taking pictures. I don't know what all this stuff is looking like on the screen. I'm just like, what is that? What is that? I don't see a baby. I don't see anything moving. I don't see anything. And again, I'm 6 weeks. So she's like, I said, do you see anything? I said, could you let me know whenever you do, or could you let me know whatever you see? And she's like, okay. So maybe 5 minutes later, after I asked her that, um, she said, well, there's a heartbeat. And I was like my heart just like dropped and I wanted to cry. I was so happy. I remember praying. I was like, thank you, God. I was like, thank you. So, um, after that, I was finished in like 5 more minutes. After she told me there was a heartbeat, she was taking pictures. After that, she showed me pictures of the baby or whatever, and she gave me I think she gave me an ultrasound picture. Yeah, I believe she gave me an ultrasound picture, or maybe not. I think she did though. And I went to my boyfriend. I went back to the room, and I saw him and his face and his eyes, and he was just looking dead at me in my eyes, like waiting to hear the news. And I just said, baby's fine. I said there was a heartbeat, and he was like, I knew it. And so yeah, that was an emotional roller coaster for us. So the doctor ended up coming in, and he explained to me that I needed to, rest, and that it had looked like, or that my placenta wasn't attached, or it had detached from the uterine wall a little. So that's where the blood was coming from. And so he said that I needed to be on bed rest for probably about 3 days, depending on if I would stop bleeding or whatever the case may be. But he said I needed to take a couple of days off from work. I needed to just be completely on bed rest. So that's what I did. I went to work. I think the next day I took my doctor's statement in, or my hospital statement in, and or my excuse, and I had let my manager, I had let the hiring manager know, because she didn't know I was pregnant. I had ended up telling her, and I was like, well, I have to take off for a while. And she said, well, take off for as long as you need or whatever, and come back when you're fine. And she was like, congratulations and everything else. So I was like, phew, I got that out the way. So I remember going home after that, and I was like, so I won't be working for a while. I won't be doing anything for a while. I just remember being so scared that I was going to lose the baby. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to school. I'm going to take a semester off. I'm not going to go back. And my boyfriend was like, Lynette, are you sure that's what you want to do? I'm like, yes. So he was like, okay, well, you shouldn't do anything that you don't need to be doing, so this problem won't start up again. So, yeah, so that's how that whole situation went. I ended up being off work for about 2 to 3 months. And then I took off that semester for school. So then around May, I decided that I wanted to come home. I wanted to move home and be with my family for the birth. And I mean, it's my first baby. I was around only my boyfriend's mom and dad. And I thought, like, I should be around my family for this birth. It's my first baby. I want my mom to be here. I want to be around my grandmother. I want to be around my brothers and my sister. I just wanted to be around my family. So we packed up the car and we moved. He left. He didn't want to leave because he was going to school for to be a teacher. And like I explained to him, I was like, well, babe, you can stay here, but that's not what I plan on doing. You can come when the baby's born, and I want you to be there for all of that. And hopefully by then, you'll have something, So that's what happened. And he ended up coming to his senses, I think about a week or two later, when I decided to move. Because I remember I was like, I want to stay here so I can get these braces or whatever. Because I really wanted braces. I've been wanting braces since I was young. And I had finally got approved for them. And I was like, okay, well, since I'm down here, I'm going to wait. And so we ended up moving like a day after I got my braces. And we packed up the car and we drove 12 hours. And now we're back in my hometown in Kentucky, and I moved in with my grandmother. Yeah, and now it's getting closer to baby's due date, and I'm just hoping that I can make it because everybody's saying that I'm not gonna make it. Because I guess I complain a lot, which I do because this is not easy. I'm not used to this weight. Everything's changed. I've never had any type of diabetes before. The only medical problem I've ever had was asthma or like allergies, and that's it. And I'm used to being around like 110 pounds, and I'm 151. So that's like a dramatic change for me. And my body can't handle all this weight. Like, I can barely sleep. I can barely stand for a long time. It's just hard, okay? So, yeah. So, um, because this video is like 20 minutes, 21 minutes. It's really long. I don't expect all my videos to be this long, but I just wanted to introduce myself and give you a story. And now I'm gonna excuse me, I'm going to show you my belly, show you guys my belly. Again, I'm 30 weeks and 2 days, 30 weeks and 2 days today. And so I'm gonna do updates every week, or at least I'm gonna definitely try because I started so late at 30 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna do that for you guys, and I hope you guys like it. And or yeah, I hope you guys like it. And here's my belly. And I do have on my high school I got in shirt for college, so don't mind this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Block that light. Okay, I'm gonna raise my belly. Okay, this is baby. All it is. And I did have my belly button pierced, so that's that dark big spot right there along with my belly button. I did have an Audi, or I did have an Annie before. Now it's an Audi. So yeah, so boom. So yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys next week. Bye.